a First Coast News exclusive. A police officer is given a restraining order for allegedly harassing a couple he stopped and ticketed.
A Jacksonville judge issued the temporary injunction after the couple accused the Jacksonville sheriff's officer of stalking them. The officer was served the no contact order when he arrived at JSO headquarters for work.
And this is a bizarre story that you'll see only on First Coast News tonight. On your sides, and Schindler reports.
He wanted to pull me over so bad.
He pulled you over, baby?
I want to know what I did wrong. I wasn't speeding. I'm definitely recording. I want to know exactly what I did
Stop
wrong.
your vehicle because your tent's too dark. I have a tent meter here.
What began as a traffic stop
So you've never had marijuana in the vehicle? Because it smells like you have marijuana in here right now.
escalated.
Step out of the vehicle. I'm not going to sit here and argue with you.
It escalated inside the Jeep.
I'm going to put you in handcuffs. Put your hands behind your back.
Why are you putting me in here?
Because of the way that you're acting.
And inside a Dodge Charger.
Why are you stopping right here?
Sir?
Why are you stopping right here?
Which just happened to be passing by.
Leave or give me your license.
Listen, first off, don't get
Leave
me.
or give me your license.
Listen,
give me your license.
don't
Get
get on my-
out. Get out.
I'm asking.
Get out.
Okay. Why are you?
Put your hands behind your back.
He ain't gonna push you like that. Why? I don't have
Because you have a gun right next to you. How about that? You crazy?
Why all of this? Because I'm coming to get my hair.
You think you want to be a smart now? Really?
Sir, you're being very
So as a black mother, that's fearful.
Can you give me a second?
Yeah, I'll get some more.
Okay. Well, he's a grown man, right? He's grown. So can you just hang out over here? I don't need everyone surrounding my car.
Helen Jones, who would later show up in her son's traffic stop, says they found Officer Justin Peppers aggressive
Sir, my cracker name is on all the documentation I provide.
at that first encounter.
There's no way it should have escalated to this point.
But it would not be their last encounter.
Hey, I'm stopping you for a few reasons. You got some dark kids parked on the wrong
It's
side
the
of the road.
same thing I just went through with you like 2 weeks ago.
Less than a month later, the day after they filed an internal affairs complaint against the officer,
You already did this.
another ticket.
You did it again. You just been waiting.
Wait, can you back up a little bit?
When you issue a citation for intent, you have 30 days to correct it.
First Coast News crime analyst Mark Bachman takes issue with that second stop.
That's a stretch, no doubt about it. Definitely a stretch, I'm not sure why the officer did what he did.
The family was upset enough
Severe 911, what's the location of the emergency?
to call 911.
We are literally in fear that he is going to try to come up with some way to take my brother to jail on some fraudulent charges, which is as wrong as possible as it can get.
I understand what you're saying. I understand your fear. I get what you're saying, okay?
Sergeant Ryan Walker responds to the scene,
Listen to him scream.
speaking with the family, and watches their video of the original traffic stop.
It clearly doesn't look good. That's what I'll tell you.
Thank you.
It's not a good look. But I don't. Again, I don't.
Officer, but that's not.
I don't. But I don't know. I don't know if there was history between the two of them.
Walker assures the family he'll talk to Peppers.
So I'll talk to him and try to get him to relax for a while. But there's no reason for us to continue to follow the same person around and give him repeated tickets about something.
And everybody come outside! This officer is harassing people!
A tent ticket should not have gone this far, where we have to file a restraining order to protect us from this officer.
What you walking up on me for?
It's just odd. I've never heard that happen.
I ain't got nothing on me, and you can look, sir. You can looking now, but don't touch me.
After the second stop, the couple filed for a restraining order.
Am I under arrest or being detained for anything, sir?
It accused Peppers of stalking and harassment.
That's really unusual. I can't imagine a judge issuing it.
And Judge Bruce Anderson granted that injunction. The police officer was in uniform doing his job.
Steve Zona, former Jacksonville Police Union president, now head of the state FOP, first told First Coast News about the restraining order.
Fast forward, when the sheriff's office contacted Judge Anderson and other people contacted Judge Anderson, he had to vacate his order. He had to take that injunction back against that police officer.
The order was dissolved just days later. Judge Anderson saying the traffic stops didn't constitute harassment, quote, regardless of whether the couple perceived Peppers as aggressive. Peppers didn't respond to interview requests, but in a sworn affidavit said he, quote, did not threaten them in any way.
No, this harassment, man.
Oh, hell.
Just walking.
But 1 month to the day after the stalking order was lifted, Peppers showed up on the couple's doorstep, at a different apartment in a different neighborhood.
What I need to do is reissue those citations, the same citations for the same date, the same time.
To reissue the tint tickets.
My door talking about I'm getting a ticket. How do you deliver a person a ticket at their house?
In a recording made by the couple, Peppers explains he needs to reissue the tint tickets because they'd mistakenly been assigned a duplicate number. JSO didn't respond to questions about whether the house call was appropriate.
They're obviously thinking that they're still being what they call harassed, stalked, and I can see why they may think that.
Bachman believes it could have been handled better.
I would have found a way to get those citations reissued to him without him actually having any interaction with them.
Ann Schindler, First Coast News, on your side.
Now, in addition to reaching out to the officer and JSO, we also reached out to the police union and the judge, but did not hear back. And all of the citations issued have been resolved. The marijuana possession charges, they were dropped. A judge withheld adjudication for the 3 tint tickets.